Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how you start up the Zibo mod from Cold and Dark. Cold and Dark stage means that the engines and every system is off. Basically the aircraft is in a no run stage where basically the aircraft is dead. So let's jump in the cockpit and get this aircraft started. So as you can see guys, in the cockpit everything is off, nothing is on. And so yeah, let's get this aircraft started. The first step to do is to go to your electronic flight bag, to your EFB, go to ground services, and set our chocks, and connect our GPU. We can start our flight leg. So now that we got that done, we can head up top. We can grab our ground power, which is right here, the one which says with the blue light illuminating, which is ground power available. Grab the ground power. So basically guys, you have to connect your GPU, which is your ground powering unit. Otherwise, if you don't connect your GPU, you can't start the aircraft and you can't get anything to work. And let's turn on our batteries, which is right here. Get some lights in the cockpit. Turn on our window heat left side and right side. Set our initial data reference system to nav. Wait for that to go to align. Alright, align. Wait for this to go to align. And align. Alright. We can arm our emergency exit lights. Switch out our engine elects as we haven't started, and turn on our hydraulic pumps. We turn off our engine bleeds. Set our pressurization panel. Today we're climbing to flight level 220. Actually, today we're climbing to flight level 180, not 220. 180. Set our logo lights since we're flying in the night. Wheel well lights can come to the on position, and our wing lights can come to the on position. Our forward aft pumps can come on, and our probe heats and yaw dampers can come on after pushback. Guys, now we can switch on our trim air, and now we're done for now. The overhead panel. Let's jump into our FMC. Get some lights going in here. Alright. I'm not going to go in depth about the FMC. I'm just going to show you how you can make your flight plan really quick. But obviously in real life they don't do it like this. But yeah, I'm not going to go in depth today. Maybe some other day I'll show you how to program the FMC in an in-depth tutorial. Alright, let's press our FMC button, go to a position in it, enter in our reference airport. We are at KBOS, which is Boston Logan International Airport. Copy that in and enter it in our scratch pad. Go to route. And since we already entered in our reference airport, the FMC should automatically come up with it here, so you can just enter that in here. Destination is JFK, New York. Okay, JFK is the ICAO code. Flight number today, we are Delta 2210 from Boston to New York. We can hit our perf in a page, enter our ground weight and fuel weight. The reserves are 2, cost index 36, cruise altitude is 180, cruise winds are 320 at 016. So 320.16 basically means 320 degrees at 16 knots. That's our cruise wind. Ascent deviation is plus 15 degrees today. Execute that. And when limit is entering our outside air temperature, and we're taking off derated to 1 today. So derated to 1 basically means that we're not using our full engine power, we're using part of it, which it will be enough to get us off the ground. Go to our takeoff page, enter our flaps, which is going to be 5 for departure today. Enter in our CG weights and grab our V1, VR, and V2 speeds. Go to departure. Today we're taking off 04 left. Today we're taking off 04 right, the Highland 5 departure. You can go to route, activate, and execute that. And usually you enter the full flight plan here. I'm not going to do that today because it takes a while. I just want to do this quick. So let's just go to our arrival page and plan our arrival real quick. We have the ILS 31 left, Covier transition, and the Igni 1 star. So as you can see on our legs, you don't want any discontinuities like we have here. So if you have this, just copy the waypoint after the discontinuity, which is going to be the IGN waypoint, the India Golf November, and enter that in where the discontinuity is, which basically eliminates the discontinuity. And you don't want to see any vectors like we have here. So no, we don't want vectors. So the same thing, when you have a vector, you basically do the same thing. Copy the waypoint after the vector, which is Covier today. Copy it and enter it where the vector is and execute that. And our flight plan is done. So now we've got everything set up. We can grab our APU. Here's the APU on switch. We can put it to start, hold it down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Watch this as it goes. So our fasten seatbelt signs and chimes are on, which is good. And we can turn on our anti-collision lights now. So once this light here illuminates, that means the APU is on and available. So as you can see, the APU is starting right here. The APU is located all the way in the back of the aircraft, right here. The APU stands for Auxiliary Power Unit. Basically gives us power from the aircraft, so we don't have to use ground power. So we keep our APU on until engine start, and then our engine provides the power for the aircraft. So as you can see, the lights is illuminated. We can grab our APU power and turn our APU bleed to the on position. So now that we've done that, we can disconnect our GPU. Since we don't need ground power anymore, we have our APU power, which is enough to power the whole aircraft up. Alright guys, now that we've set up everything, we're ready for pushback. We can just get in here, set better pushback and request pushback.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Gonna be pushing back here today since we're taking off 04 right. We're right on the marks. Alright, enter that.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, tow is driving up. We can turn on our fuel pumps since now we're going to start our engines. We can turn on our yaw damper. Wait for the probe heats until after pushback. And everything else looks good. So as you can see, the pushback cart is getting connected to the aircraft.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So one important thing is never start pushback before you start your APU. So once the APU is on, that's when you can start pushback. Can remove our shocks now. So we can go here and yep, shocks are removed. Wait for him to say that we can start our engines.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright. Can head down here. Parking brake is right here, right next to the fuel for the engines. And our jetway disconnects.
And you may start engines.
There we go. We're giving clearance to start our engines. Go here, set the engine to switch to ground. You can watch our engine start right here. There we go. Our engine is starting. Keep an eye over here. Once this reaches 1.2, we can introduce fuel, engine 2. And keep an eye until this start valve open light switches off. There we go. There we go. The start valve open light is switched off. We can go ahead and turn engine number 1 start switch to ground. To ground. And keep an eye. Reaches 1.2. Keep an eye on that. Now keep an eye. Wait for it to reach 1.2. There it goes. And introduce fuel to engine number 1. And the start valve light is off. So now we can head up top, get our engine generators on, switch on our probe heats, and basically we're set. And wait for the push. Yep, there it goes. Alright, set our parking brake. So when the light is illuminating, that means the parking brake is set, and when it's not illuminating, parking brake is off. Alright. Now we can turn our auto brake position to RTO, and set our flaps to 5 for departure. And we can disconnect and hand signals to the left will be today. There we go.
Will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Alright guys, tow is disconnected. And yeah, that's it guys. Make sure to turn on our engine starts to continuous for taxi and 15 minutes until departure. Basically depends on your flight plan. For me today it's 15 minutes after departure. Set our speed to our V2 speed, which is 149 today, and set our altitude to our cruise altitude. If you're flying with ATC, the controller will tell you your initial cruise altitude, but since we're not flying with ATC today, we don't have any restrictions. We can just climb directly to our cruise altitude. Some lights in here. Usually if you're flying with ATC, they'll tell you to squawk Charlie, which is the TARA mode. To squawk Charlie. Turn on our taxi lights. And we're good to go, guys. We can taxi to our runway and take off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's basically how you start the 737 in real life too. It's a beautiful aircraft, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you learned something from it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.